Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good evening, everybody. Asbakhair. We will start the class and we will continue on our lecture. I still wait for you, especially Ali Asif, representative of the class, to put in the group that we already started the class. And inshallah, okay, just put in the group that everybody knows that we started the class, and then we continue our class. Today we have two classes, at 2 and at 4. I've already put it in the chat box. Okay, for the newcomers, new students, just look at the notes. Look at the notes for new students. Notes. Everything is there. Okay, look at the notes. Everything is there. My email address, my phone number, group address, and everything. Okay, everything is there, and you can check and get the lecture notes. You can get my contact number and everything. Okay, so this is about the beginning of the class, and this is the rezakamel.ir, my website, rezakamel@yahoo.com. Okay, and this is my email address. We will go to the lecture. We continue on what we started. We started on introduction to network security. Bedaya was about امنية, and then we started with some concepts. I go back. There were 4 main concepts that they were very important. Okay, in the security, main 4 concepts that they were very important. They were these concepts. First, confidentiality. You can write it as well in Arabic. When I teach confidentiality in Arabic, you can write in the chat box. Or in Farsi we say penhansazi. And then authenticity, it's esala. Integrity, it's in Arabic I think it's takamul. And availability, it's dar dasres budan. Just let me see what Mustafa says. Mustafa, Karim, Hadi. I didn't get what you said. There are 2 things. Doctor, should the message be converted via the teletext? What is teletext? What is teletext, Mustafa? When did you send? My email address is open. When did you send? Did you introduce yourself, or you just sent an email? So what was it about? What was in the email? I understand that you sent me email. What was it about? Because I didn't receive an email from you. Mustafa, if you cannot speak English or you have problem because Mustafa, I know how search works, but I didn't receive any email from you. Okay, this is the first thing. The second thing, whatever you Mr. Riam, you say, it's up to you. You can either use Gmail or you can use Yahoo Mail. It has nothing to do with my own email. So when you want to send something, you just send and you write the problem. And I'm telling you is that the problem usually is not with email, is with you. That for example, your name is Hussein, okay, and you send the email with the name, I don't know, Zahra, and then in the email you just say salam, and I don't know which university, which class, or who are you, and then you translate Arabic to English, bad English, for example, doctor, are you, I don't know, something, and then I don't understand, and then I don't reply. So the problem is with you. And most of the students, most of Arabic students from Iraq, whatever you want to write, you write in subject of the email, and the body is empty. Okay, so if you improve either your English or either you improve your translation or working with your cell phones, you will have no problem, because at least I have another 500 students each semester, and I don't have any problem with the emails, and then communicating with them, and so on and so forth. So that's another problem. And no, my email is still Yahoo Mail. Okay, just send it again. Maybe you made a mistake in writing or typing the email address. And also you can send your email, your information through the Telegram to the representative Ali Asif, and then he will email me. Okay, just let me continue on the lecture. Okay, and the other thing is that you are in this class 50%. Okay, if everybody wants to talk in the class for everybody 1 minute, so it goes for 50 minutes, and already we finished everything. So again, I will do it in Arabic. I think instead of anta, I should use انتما or انتم 50 طلاب في فصل الوقت. It's many. Okay, so it's and just anything, you can easily talk to Ali in Arabic. He will help you, and if any problem, he can speak English, so he will email me or ask me, and I will let you know. Okay, just please. Inshallah. Okay. So in security, we have four fundamentals, four basic things. One is confidentiality. I asked you if you understand. You just type it in Arabic, and I don't see those in Arabic. Confidentiality. What does it mean in Arabic? Just type it. You are 30%, and at least one among all of you can understand what is confidentiality is. Is anyone who knows what is it? It's from the previous courses. If you don't know, I will type it myself. It's Syria. Okay, confidentiality. And then authenticity, it's اصالت. Integrity, it's about تغییر. Okay. اخفاء معلومات, yes, as well, thank you. Integrity, it's تکامل, or it's about تغییر. And availability is در دسترس بودن, okay, or something that you can use the service, easily use the service, okay. And so far we talked about these four fundamentals. Yeah, تغییر من است, thank you very much. And then we started talking about, last week we started talking about the eavesdropping, which is attack on confidentiality, when an entity like A send information to B, someone starts to listen, fuzuli in Arabic, starts to listen and capture and sniff, and wiretappers, they all work in this way. And then attack on integrity is that perpetrator takes the information and change the information and send it to the other party. So when A wants to send information to B, a perpetrator takes the information, change it, and send it to B. And then we talked about attack on authenticity. For example, when I'm your lecturer and you are my student, I don't send any message to you, but someone on behalf of me sends the message to you. For example, today we don't have class and you cancel the class because of the message, but message is not originally initiated from A. Attack on availability. You didn't write availability in Arabic. What is التوفر, yeah, التوفر, yes, and توفر. Attack on availability is that the attacker or the hacker tries to or does something to disrupt the message or try to stop the transmission of the message from one party A to another party B. Okay, so yeah, exactly, thank you very much. It's difficult to manage and difficult to stop. So this was the things that we discussed in previous session, and then we talked about services. Here we talk about some new concepts in the field of network security and computer security. So the first thing is encipherment. Encipherment means that you change the information in a way that nobody else except you and the other party can understand. For example, you see, one of the methods of encipherment is that you write your names in verse. For example, you see, I just do it, and please do it in English, not in Arabic. It's difficult to read and connect the word. So for example, my name is Reza. If I want to send it as a encipherment, I can convert it to AZER. So this is my name, or my enciphered name. You can try with your own name. Everybody just type only your name, not family name, just your name, inverse in the box. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Muhammad. Okay, so Ali, it's right. Russia, Russia, no, it should be inverse. Russia, yeah, it's okay, Russia, yeah. Hussein, just inverse, just type your inverse name, not the real one. If you type inverse, and because we know that how does it look like? Marve, yes, thank you. Yasser, inverse. Hussein, yes, it's okay. What else? So this is the rest you can try on that, okay, but this is the way that we do the encipherment. The next thing is digital signature. This is digital signature. Zahra, yes, thank you very much. Digital signature, it's like usual signature, or in Farsi we say imza, and in Arabic you say at-tawqi. Okay, in Arabic you say at-tawqi. Okay, digital signature, yes, but it's raqamiyya. Okay, when you send an email, okay, when you send an email, okay, and it says it's from, okay, for example, rezakamel at yahoo.com. okay, when you write an email and it says it's from rezakamel at yahoo.com, it's a type of digital signature. It's part of digital signature. You know what is it and then from whom it is. In the digital world also we have another type of digital signature. I will go to the board and write it for you, the other ways for the digital signature. Consider that you have a document, and this is the, for example, PDF document. Okay, consider that you have a PDF document, and inside the certified to certified transfer. Okay, it's a certified transfer, for example, amount this is the amount, and then from account to okay, you see, it's like that for example it says create a certified transfer amount like this from one account to another account. In Farsi we say card by card, and then sometimes you use ATM or you use internet applications to transfer money from one account to another account. In the normal signature, usually you use something like this. For example, you use something like this, and then at the top you write, for example, I don't know, Ali or Reza. Okay, you say, for example, Ali. Okay, this is like this. This is the original signature. But in the digital signature, we say, for example, we say something like this. For example, this is Milli Bank. Okay, then Milli Bank transfers, something like that, from its certified transfer. They put a logo here and it says certified. So in Milli Bank we don't have this. Okay, they just it was the signature itself, but this is digital signature. For example, it says transfer like this, PDF document transfer something from one account to another account, and it says that it's certified transfer. Okay, certified transfer, amount from one account to another account. Something that they do with the this type of digital document, they use the pixels in document. You know what is pixel? You just type it in Arabic. What is pixel? We use the pixels in the document to share. Just I use what is pixel in Arabic? I'm still waiting for you. We use the pixels in the document to shape the logo of the bank. Oh, pixel, okay, same. So we use the pixels of the document to check with the formula to shape the logo of the bank from all of the pixels in the document. Okay, so yeah, so when it happens, for example, if you edit, if you edit the document in, for example, PDF writer, or I don't know, Paint, or any other PDF writer, okay, or any other software to edit the, if you use the software to edit this document, something that happens, for example, you decide to change the for example, amount, change the amount from, for example, 1 million, and then you want to make it 100. Okay, when you change the document, and then when you save it, after you save the document, something that happens, it will disappear and it will be destroyed. So at the first, it says that it's from, we call it digital signature at first, and also remember that it checks the integrity, it checks the integrity of the document. So this is just an example or نموذج. Okay, if you change the document, or if you start editing the document, the logo here will disappear. And yeah, check the authenticity, not authenticity, usually it's the integrity, it's about integrity, because it's authentic because of the logo, it's authentic. But when you change the document, this logo will disappear. Okay, I will write it in Arabic. The logo will disappear. Okay, it's like this. Yes, exactly. We usually we do not convert Hossein. We hide the digital signature. Okay, we hide the digital signature inside the bits of the document. Inside the bits of the document. So it's like that. This is one example or one نموذج for the digital signature. Okay, let me go back to the, yeah, thank you. Let me go back to the slide to see what we have after. Yeah, exactly, Marva, thank you. Everything disappear, or at least the logo will disappear when you change the file. After digital signature, we talk about access control. We have access control later, so no problem for access control. Data integrity, I've already taught you, and this was a good example for, I don't know, where is your names? Where are your names? Okay. We had good example for data integrity. Okay, so that's not also the problem. And then authentication exchange, we will discuss it later. Authentication or اصالت, we will discuss it later. But traffic padding is important. Traffic padding, it means it's like make it fat. Okay, I'm sure everybody knows what is fat means. So it means that we make it fat and we hide the information, the normal information between the information that yes, it was for the previous example, information that the attacker cannot see. Consider that you have a door, but again, as an example, you see, consider you have a door. Okay, and the door has a lock, and the lock has a key, and you put the key on the wall. So consider that this is the key. Okay, and you put the key on the wall. So when you come to the door, you take the key, okay, and open the door. But everybody can come and take the key and open the door. Something that you can do is that you put a board on a wall. Okay, you put a board on a wall, big board on a wall, and then start. Just let me put it like this. Start putting many keys on the wall, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and this is one of the keys. For example, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then hide your original key somewhere between the other keys, okay, on the wall. So when you come to the door, okay, it's not about encryption, Muhammad. We will talk about later. Okay, it's different thing. We talk here. We now discuss about padding. Okay, that's another story. Here we talk about padding. Okay, so there are many keys on the wall, and then you know which key to pick and open the lock. But if an attacker comes, okay, if an attacker comes, he doesn't know which key to use to open the wall. For example, if you have 10 multiply 10 keys on the wall, if you have 10 multiply 10 key on the wall, you have 100 keys. Okay, and the attacker, if he wants to try everything, for example, 100 multiplied by 5 minutes, it needs this time to open the door. But when you go, it takes you 5 minutes for you to open the door because you know where is the key. We call this method padding. So the padding talks about, for example, if this is my name or your name, I use Ali because it's easy. Okay, yeah, exactly. And I appreciate if you write it in Arabic Marwa so everybody can understand. You see, for example, if this is your name, okay, you can put it like this. and then in the middle you can add random other characters. Like let me change the color so you can read. You can put something characters here, okay, and also you can put random characters here. And also we can put random characters here. So we call this method, we call this method padding. Okay, means add many dummy information to the original information. Yeah, we add something, okay, we add something to the original information so we can make it at dahun, okay, or make it fat. Then the other people cannot see this is Ali. For example, I will do it with my own name, okay, and I will give you the method and I ask you to do with your own name. So just do it with Asmoka, okay. Only Asmoka. Just do it like this. You see, my name is Reza, okay, and before or after each character you add a random character. So I put A, and then I add random character like X, and then I put E, and again I put E, and after Z I put A, and then A. So this is my name, okay. You try with your own name. Just try to write your name in a way that you add one character, one random character to the original character and put it in the box. Do it with your own name. I see what you're going to do with this. Yes, exactly. So Ali is Ali. Yeah, thank you, Ali. Thank you. It's correct. Hussein Hussein is not. It's not correct because I cannot read your. After H you should put U. Resha. No, it's wrong. Resha, it's wrong. Ali, yes, Ali is correct again. No, it's Allah. If it's Allah, it's correct. If it's Ali, it's not correct. What about the rest? Marve. Yes, Marve is correct. Yeah, one character is right, another one is random. Yasser or Yasser, I don't know which one you use, but no, it's not our. No. Muhammad, it's not like that. No, it's not correct. I will do it again. You see? For Ali, something that you do is that you put A L I, okay, you put L L I, and between them you put the random characters. Like here, text, I should change the color again to black. For example, here and here and here. Something like this. No, it's random. Yeah, it's my rule, but it's random. So Qasem, Qasem is correct. Thank you. Qasem is correct. Rasha, yeah, Rasha is correct. And then Nazar, Nizar, yes, correct. Ali, correct. Now it's correct. Yeah. Muhammad, not all X Muhammad. You should use random characters. Yasser is still no. Haydar, Haydar still no. I didn't get what you said, Saleh, but it's not the concept. No. Hossein is still no. Hossein is still no. Hossein Ali, Hossein is still no. Yes, Rasha. Saleh, no, it was not right. Hussein. Oh, Hussein. Okay, you should put Husen and then put words in middle. So the padding is like that. Ali Asif, yes, you can do that. Raise your hand. I will give you the microphone. Ali, it's okay. You can talk.
Salam, Doctor.
Salam.
How are you, Doctor?
Thank you. You can speak in Arabic so students can understand. Because
okay.
most of them still use X.
Okay, thank you. طلاب الدكتور يقول يعني خلي اسم حرف عشوائي أي حرف بعد كل حرف من اسمك بالإنجليزي ونزله بالشات. حرف عشوائي واحد يعني.
Hussein is right, but yeah. Now Hussein is okay. Zahra, yes, okay. Now, thank you very much. Thank you, Ali.
Thank you. You're welcome, Doctor.
Okay, so this is padding, and also in this example you have the key. Everybody can see, but cannot open the door. Saleh. Mr. Saleh, I told you no, this is not the concept. I understand what did you ask, okay, but that's nothing. We assume that the wall cannot be destroyed, but we talk about something else. Okay, the wall we don't talk about the wall. We talk about the key that you see it, but you cannot take it or you cannot use it. Okay. It's just about something that you see. Okay, this is the padding.
Okay, I translate this.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. أستاذ صالح يقول لك الدكتور يعني هذا أنت تقدر تشوف المفتاح المفاتيح تشوفها بس ما تقدر تاخذهن، يعني ما تعرف يا مفتاح من عندهن تستخدمه حتى تفتح الباب. نفس الشيء بالنسبة للأسماء، يعني أنت جاي تخلي حروف بالوسط، ممكن أي واحد يشوفهن بس ما يعرف يا حروف يستخدمهن حتى يفتح شفرة معينة أو باسورد. نفس الفكرة يعني. أوكي ثانك يو.
And also it's another way to talk about this is this one, إخفاء المعلومات without or دون إخفاءها. You hide it, but everybody can see it. It's something that you did with the names and everything. Yes. For the hackers, Mohammed, for the hackers, yes, نعم. It takes time, but for the destination of the message, it's easy because he already knows the formula. Hossein is correct, but the actual data is hidden. No, it's not Ibrahim. Hiding information is not hiding. It's just adding information, and then the main information we lost to the other information. Anyhow, you can double check. Hossein still is not correct because you just use X and it's easy to guess your name because you only use X. You should use random. Okay. Anyhow.
أستاذ حسين مو بس إكس تستخدم، يقول لك يعني غير بالحروف حتى ما يكون سهل يعني أحد يعرفه. أوكي دكتور.
So notarization is about the third party. I will write it in note. Okay, it's about third party, or we call it another person to approve me or my document. Okay, it's about I think it becomes شخص الآخر. Okay, it's about another person.
التوثيق دكتور.
Okay, توفيق between the full name in order to increase security. There are very few and unknown programs that the space. Okay, Brian. Okay. So this is in notarization we use another one or another person to usually we say in endorse. Okay, same as تصديق in Arabic, I guess. تصديق, okay, or تصادق. Yeah. Someone else. So, for example, again, I will go. So we talk about notarization. Okay, we talk about notarization. Again, I go to the word. You see, for example, you have a document. Okay, this is the document. Okay, and you say that my grade is 20. Okay, this is my name is Ali. Okay, and then my grade is 20 in security. So when you want to take, for example, this document and take it to Iraq and then show it to ministry, for example. Okay, you want to take it to, for example, Iraq, and you want to show it to ministry. Okay, this is something that you write, but someone else, a third person, salas, okay, someone else should endorse this one for you. For example, Imam Reza University. Okay, Imam Reza University, just put a signature or a stamp on it. We call it endorse, okay, or notarization. It says that it's okay. So when you take this one, when you take this document to the Iraq, there should be endorsement of Imam Reza University that says yes, it's okay, and he already got a grade of 20, and this is for Ali. We call this process notarization. Okay, Ali, you can translate now.
اوكي دكتور. اخوان هنا يعني عندنا مثلا وثيقة، الوثيقة بيها نفرض معلومات، يعني بيها اسم علي ودرجته 20، ويعني المادة security، يريد مثلا يرسلها إلى وزارة عراقية. لازم أكو شخص ثالث هو اللي يقوم مثل ما نقول تصديق هاي الوثيقة أو توثيقها. نفرض على سبيل المثال مثل جامعة الإمام بالرضا تخلي فد توقيع أو ختم، يعني هو هذا يسموه الشخص الثالث، هو هذا اللي راح يثبت إنه هاي الدوكيومنت أو هاي الوثيقة هي صحيحة.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, exactly like that. So I will go back. So this is notarization. We talked about encipherment, digital security, access control, data integrity, authentication, exchange, traffic padding. It means adding information that make the understanding the pattern impossible, routing control, and the last one is notarization. So the next one is the pervasive security mechanism that they can be in Farsi we say faragir, okay, or gostarde, wide. Okay, these are some words that they are all related. Again, I will go to the board to explain all of these concepts together. Okay, consider not 19. I will go to the board maybe 18 with the door. Okay, there is a door, and there's a lock. Okay, so the first thing that you can do about this door to make sure that nobody enters, for example, this is the door and that's the lock. The first thing that you can do about this door that you make sure that nobody enters is that you use something like label and put it on the door. We call it security. In Farsi we say barchasp. Security label. Okay, we call it security label. It's mulsaq, I think in Arabic, mulsaq. Okay, we put a security label in the door, and then when you put a security label, you should take a scheduling or based on the time. Okay, something like this. For example, based on the time, you should periodically check the label. Okay, you put a security label on the door, and then you periodically check the label. For example, in 24 hours, every 1 hour, or every 2 hours, or every 8 hours, you check the label, and then you see after you check the label, we call this process audit. Okay, audit in Arabic تدقیق. Okay, we call it تدقیق. Okay, or تفتیش. I think it's also Arabic. You check periodically you check the security label to see whether it's okay or no. You check this. I should change the size to 2. Okay. مراجعه, yes, مراجعه every for example every 2 hours you check it, and then you audit, and then when you audit and check it, you will create a log based on the audits. So you need to have a log. Everybody knows what is log. Okay, you create a log. Yeah, you check the label exactly. You create a log with the time and the date and the state of the label. For example, is okay or not okay. For example, review the audit before saying no, it's the audit itself that review the label. It's the concept is auditing. Okay, and we call this log trail or asar. Okay, Mammarul Musha. Okay, we call this one trail, that you just check the security label. You see, you check the security label periodically, and then after you check the label and you audit the label, you send the report or write the report in the log. We call it trail, security log. There is another method to check the door. Okay, another method is that you put something like alarm. Okay, and then create an alarm, and then you can have one speaker. That when the door opens, it starts make a sound. Okay, this one, yes, it's alarm. Alarm is easy. Enzar. Okay, in Arabic, enzar, alarm or enzar. This is another method. So this way is event. So we have 2 methods to make sure that the door is already closed or locked. The first one is we use security label. Okay, and the second one is, yes, jaras, it's an event. Okay, yeah, check the security label is this one. Again, when one event happens, again you do you type it or you write it in the log. So in the log you both have the events, okay, and also you have audit for security labels. You have both together. Okay, yeah, it creates a warning, and you have the audit and you have the event, and you check the log for both of them. So when you understand that, for example, from the either from event or audit. Okay, even from event or audit, you have time and date, that it says state not okay, door open. Okay. When you reach something like this, for example, in the log, that there was something or there was one problem with the door, that the door is not okay. Okay, here the door is not okay. Okay, but you had the last state that the door was okay. So here I think it's iftah or meftah, something like that. And then when it's closed, it's, what is closed in Arabic? Qarib. Okay, qarib and meftah. So when you understand that there was a problem or changing in the information or changing in the lock or breaking the door, you should go back to the previous states. So we call it go back to previous okay state. Okay, and then when we go back to previous state, we call it recovery. So all we put all together. You see, when you have data on your computer, when you have data on your computer or network, you either put a label on it or you can use event to detect the problem. If anything changes, because you just write everything in the log, if anything changes or you have security violation, something that you should do is that you use the security recovery to go back to the previous state. This is it. So we discussed, and also the last thing I should, this is the board number 18. You see, I will go back to the slide. You see, we talked about security labels. What are security labels and when we use them? We talk about event detections. Okay, event detections go, and then when something happens, they start alarm or enzar. Okay, and we have audit, taftish. Okay, we have audit or taftish. Periodically we check for security problems or security trails, and if something is wrong, then we have security recoveries, and then we go back to the previous stable states. So Ali, if you want to translate, you can just translate all of this except for the trusted functionality.
Okay, Doctor, can you back to the board, please?
Yeah, sure. It was 18, I think, I guess. Yeah, it was 18.
Okay, thank you. Doctor, we use the both of them, security label and the event. We must
again?
we must use them the two event and security label.
And it's
Both
not
of
the
them.
must. These are two techniques. Okay, you can use both or you can use either of them. There are two techniques.
Okay, and when the open when the door was open, the event will go to the to log to submit the time and the date and the state.
Yeah, that's because you know that what time the problem, for example, you have a file, okay? You understand what time the hacker changed your file, so you restore the backup files to correct the file. We call this one security recovery.
Yes, you mean yes, we can back our previous files.
Yeah, exactly,
Our
exactly.
data.
And we call that recovery, yeah.
Okay, I translate this. Thank you. اخوان هنا عندنا يعني بنفرض على سبيل المثال باب، وهذا الباب به قفل. احنا هنا نقدر عندنا طريقتين او اثنين يعني تقنيات. اول وحدة security label. security label هاي نخلي عليها مثل المراقب. المراقب هذا يعني نقدر نقول كل ساعتين، كل ساعة، كل 24 ساعة يسوي فحص للسكيورتي ليبل انه موجود او غير موجود في على الباب يعني. فكل ما يسوي فحص يرسل المعلومات لللوج. اللوج يعني هي بها الوقت والحالة والتاريخ، يعني انه الباب ما مفتوح. احنا من نقول باب يعني نفرض فد معلومات سرية موجودة بمكان، انه ماكو يعني فد شخص يعني قدر يدخل وياخذ هاي المعلومات او غير عليها، يعني هاكر. هاي طريقة. نقدر نضيف طريقة ثانية اللي هي قال عليها الدكتور، اللي هي التنبيه. يعني إذا كان عندنا جرس تنبيه يعني هم نقدر نربطه بالباب. فإذا انفتح الباب راح يشتغل هذا الإنذار. هم راح ينطي الوقت الوقت والتاريخ، وإنه الحالة إنه نوت أوكي، يعني انفتح الباب، دور أوبن. فبهيج حالة إذا كان عندنا اثنيناتهم أو نقدر نقول مو اثنيناتهم، وحدة من عندهم، راح ينطي انذار للوج إنه الباب انفتح. نقدر نسوي عملية الريكفري. عملية الريكفري راح يرجع المن للستيت اللي قبلها، الأوكي ستيت. يعني احنا لأن نسجل باللوج كل فترة نسجل باللوج المعلومات، فبالريكفري راح نقدر نرجع المعلومات القديمة اللي قدرنا نحفظها، وترجع كل شيء تمام. يعني الأمور واضح إن شاء الله، مو طلاب؟
Okay, now thank you, Ali. So this is the example, okay, example or ransomwares, okay. Okay, example or thank you, Ali. I will go back to the slides. One example is ransomware. That, yeah. I just go back to the slide. When you have ransomware, okay, something that antiviruses does, or firewalls like Bitdefender or Kaspersky does, they use the security labels on files, okay, and then when they do the audit on the files, if you have from the problem with the files, for example ransomwares, they start security recovery and change your files to the previous safe state. Okay, this is something that we should do. These are the concepts of security mechanism, methods, or the solutions for the security. So we learn about security labels, event detection, audit trail, and security recovery. These are all things that we wanted to discuss in this session. But we also have trusted functionality. Trusted functionality can also be dangerous or harmful for what we say amniyah, okay, because when you trust, okay, I think trust is yasak, okay. When you trust someone, it can be the problem with the security as well. For example, consider again a gate. Okay, we have a gate. Go to the again port 18, okay, or better I use a new one. Okay, share whiteboard. For example, you have a gate. Now I want to discuss the trusted functionality. Okay, so we have a gate and we have people that they want to pass the gate. We have some people, okay, like Imam Reza's holy shrine, haram, that when you enter the gate, okay, there is a security that check the gate. Everybody that, for example, they have no, I don't know, gun or something, or bomb, or something. Okay, so we call it security check or in network firewall. We have security check or network firewall. Okay, there are some people that we can trust. People that we trust. We do not search them. There are people that we can trust and we do not search them, so they can easily pass through the firewalls. So if they have pockets or backpack, for example, this is who are the people that we do not search when they enter the university? Can you tell me that as an example? I will write it in Arabic, you tell me. Okay, yeah, thank you. No, security man is okay, but the teachers, okay? So if you want to send something illegally inside, it's better that, for example, you put the gun in the teacher's pocket. Okay, so if you want to send the gun to the university, you can easily put the gun in teacher's pocket because nobody searched the pocket. It's the same thing in the computer. For example, you have a computer. Okay, you have a computer and you also have a firewall. Okay, and it controls everything that comes in and everything that goes up to the internet. Okay, there are some rules in the firewall that there are some sites that they should not check. For example, update.microsoft.com. Okay, this is a site that maybe they pass the firewall. So if you can forge the, for example, this URL, if you can forge, okay, you can bypass firewall. You see, if you can forge update.microsoft.com, if you can forge update.bitdefender, for example.com or kaspersky.com, if you can forge any site which is trusted, you can bypass the system. So I will wrap it up and Ali will just translate it in Arabic. Ali, listen. In the first scenario, when we talk about the trust, okay, when we talk about the trust and when we talk about the trust functionality, okay, when we talk about trust and we talk about trust functionality, it means that always there are some you have a security like firewall, always there are some people that we never search, or there are some websites, okay, or some rules that we never check. But if you can compromise those people, for example, pocket of the teachers or something like that, you can just send the information, illegal information inside, or you can take the illegal information outside. It's the same thing for the computer. When the computer has firewall, Okay, where the computer has firewall and check everything. Sometimes it let the update.microsoft.com bypasses, or for example update. I don't know, Bitdefender or Kaspersky.com bypasses, and when it passes, it can, if you can compromise them or you can spoof them, forge them, okay, you can just bypass the firewall and enter the computer. And now Ali, you can translate.
اوكي دكتور. اخوان هنا عندنا ضرب مثال الدكتور على هاي التراستد. احنا هسه جاي نحكي على تراستد فانكشناليتي، يعني الموثوقية، وظيفة الموثوقية. هنا عندنا ضرب مثال على الجامعة مثلا. إذا كان عندنا يعني security تشيك أو فاير وول، اللي هو هذا الباب، يعني جدار حماية، أو يعني يفحص اللي يريد يدخل مثلا للجامعة، خلينا نقول الأمنية اللي واقفين بالجامعة، فأكو أشخاص مخولين بالدخول بدون تفتيش، مثل الأساتذة أو الدكاترة أو عميد الكلية مثلا، يدخل بدون تفتيش هذا الشخص. فنفس الشيء باعتبارهم يعني أشخاص موثوقين هذولا، أو مخولين للدخول بدون تفتيش. يقدر مثلا يدخل سلاح بدون ما أحد يفتشه. فنفس الشغلة الدكتور يقول بالنسبة للإنترنت والحاسبات. نقدر أكو مواقع تعبر جدار الحماية، الفاير وول الموجود باللابتوب أو بالحاسبة. مثل يعني ضرب مثال هاي المواقع، مثل هاي الابديت مايكروسوفت دوت كوم. فنقدر هذا الموقع نقدر نسوي له يعني معلومات غير قانونية، أو نسوي له تلغيم يعني. وبهاي الطريقة من نقدر راح يدخل للحاسبة بدون أن يمر بالفاير وول أو بالأنتي فايروس، باعتبار هذا الموقع هو مصرح به بالدخول بدون يعني بدون ما يكشفه الأنتي فايروس.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So we here again we talked about the trusted functionality, security level, labels, event detection, security audit trail, and security recovery. Now we start the model for the secure network security, and we also talk about the models for the gateway security. We can stop now, okay? But we also have class at 4. So we can stop now, but we can start earlier. We can stop now. Okay, we start 3:45. Okay, just 3:45. Okay, we start 3:45, 15 minutes earlier, and then continue the class until 6. Okay, take care, inshallah. See you and in 20 minutes. Okay, we can have 20 minutes.
Okay, doctor. In Iraq 3:15. Yes. اخوان ب3:15 يعني محاضرتنا راح تبدي، فرق نص ساعة. بالخدمة.